Hi guys, I'm going to be going to Havana, Cuba in January. That'll be my first trip for 2017 and I cannot wait. I wanted to specifically do this video because through all my research, there's not a lot of first-person accounts for, as of recent for people who have gone to Cuba, so hopefully you'll find this super helpful. First, there's 12 approved categories for why Americans can go to Cuba. These are considered categories because there's a lot listed under each one, and the US government goes into huge details on each one on their website if you want to look into it further. I'm not going to list them out because you're just going to hear me babble on. It's going to take like forever to get through all of those categories. But specifically, my category for going is for journalistic activities. And, you know, here I am doing this YouTube channel and, you know, giving you tips and tricks for every place I go. And so that'll be my documentation for the reason why I'm going. That's very important because a few people have been selected to report on this. They're following up on why Americans are going, and so in the off chance that you're selected, because you're so lucky, you want to have this documentation. And if you've been doing research recently about how Americans go to Cuba, you'll come across permits and visas. Websites use these two interchangeably, and in this case, it's the exact same thing. You might also come across websites where you can buy these permits online beforehand, but for Americans, that's not true. Just don't waste your money. That's not a valid way to get a permit/visa for Americans. Depending on what airlines you go through, some of them will sell them to you at the gate before you take off while you're still in America. The most common is, though, getting it when you're at the airport in Cuba. So that's probably what you will do. So again, if you come across websites that are trying to sell you a permit online, as an American, just don't buy it, completely ignore it. And another good way to research for a trip to Cuba is watching Dirty Dancing Havana Nights, one of my favorite movies, and it just illustrates the time in which, you know, Cuba was pre-evolutionary, or actually evolutionary. Revolutionary, I said evolutionary, I keep doing that, pre-evolutionary times. And so right now, I mean, if you're going to Cuba, that's probably what you'll see. There's a bunch of classic cars everywhere. There's not Wi-Fi throughout the country, so if you take your phones, it may or may not work there. That's the thing I'm most worried about because I really don't like being lost. And if I don't have my phone to get around, I might have to use actual maps. But one thing I learned is that you can actually hire a cab for the entire day. They'll be like your personal driver, and it's under 50 USD, which is great. I'll probably most definitely be doing that. But yeah, that's my, you know, beginning tips for going to Cuba. I'm still in my planning stage. Got accommodations down. I have to figure out how to exchange money. I've researched that already, but that'll be later when I have so many more tips to give you. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions you want me to answer, I of course will do a recap after my trip and have so many videos and pictures, but feel free to leave a comment below, like it, or subscribe. I think the button's over here, or maybe over there. Might vary on the device you're on, I have no idea. But thanks for watching. Bye guys.